So that was about foreign policy. Next on our list is the economy. It will remain the top priority of the Modi government, and rightly so. These are testing times for the Indian economy. The growth rate has slipped. India's GDP for the last financial year dropped from 7.2 to 6.8%. Clearly, the new government has its task cut out. There are four major issues that the new finance minister must tackle immediately. First, the consumption slowdown. Several sectors are reporting a drop in sales, right from automobiles to consumer goods. Sales of cars and SUVs have slumped to a 7-year low. That is one sure-shot indicator of the confidence of the middle class, the sale of cars. Even sales of tractors and two-wheelers are down. The growth in the aviation sector has slowed. Growth in the corporate earnings has dropped. Experts say that people are not spending money at the rate at which they used to. Second area of focus, the bad loans in India's public sector banks. It's a crisis that has been talked about a lot, but the situation demands urgent action from the government. Recovery of bad loans has not been fast enough. The Modi government laid the foundation to fix the situation. In the first tenure, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code was introduced. It was a big reform, perhaps the most significant financial sector reform of the Modi government. The aim of this was to give a speedy resolution to stressed assets valued at more than 10 lakh crores. So far, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code has had a success rate of around 43%. But the Modi government needs to do better. India's public sector banks need more. According to credit rating companies, public sector banks need an infusion of up to 40,000 crore rupees. The Indian government may pump in one dose of investment to revive the ailing banks. Another major concern is the drop in the export levels. By the end of the last financial year, India's Commerce Ministry had said that the merchandise exports touched a record high. Their value was a little more than $331 billion. That's a lot of money. But the Commerce Ministry missed its own goal of $350 billion. They could have done more. Boosting exports is both a challenge and an opportunity for the Modi government. Several businessmen felt that India has an opportunity to make the most of the trade war between America and China. Some have raised demands for cuts in tariffs. There are other options to boost export levels as well. The government could come up with a new and major export promotion scheme. India's e-commerce industry is also buzzing. Businessmen could be given concessions to push exports through the digital route. And finally, loss-making public sector units will be on the mind of the new Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. India's top 10 central public sector enterprises lost more than 20,000 crore rupees. A large chunk of this was incurred by BSNL and Air India. The first Modi government did try to disinvest a majority stake in Air India, but there were no takers. Recently, Air India has sought a loan of 2,400 crore rupees from the National Small Savings Fund. Ultimately, it's the taxpayer, people like you and me, who end up paying for the losses of public sector units. Something must be done about these. Beyond these concerns, it's the issue of jobs. Around 1 million young Indians enter the job market every month. 1 million every month. India needs more jobs, and quick. The job numbers released today do not paint a very encouraging picture. India's unemployment rate is at a 45-year high. The Modi government is back with a bigger mandate. It is time to push for structural reforms that could address the issues of jobs once and for all. There could be a renewed push to make regulatory changes in labour and education sectors. The new minister must hit the ground running, and that is the expectation from her.